Hi, my name is Debbie Millman, and the quote that I am going to be typographically illustrating for the George Lois poster project for the Typography Shop for Patrick King, my dear friend, is the word comes first, then the visual. I think it's a little bit like the chicken and the egg.
Mm-hmm.
What really comes first, the word or the visual? Because I think you have to have an idea to be able to express the word via language and then create an even more tangible visual. But I think that the word and the visual are inextricably linked, and the best way to convey any message, I think, is the powerful use of both. Who does that better than graphic designers?
When did you first hear of George Lois or become aware of who he was in your career or early education or whatever?
Well, I feel like if I look back at the visual culture of the 20th century or the latter half of the 20th century, you can't help but be aware of George Lois.
Right.
I feel like asking about George, when did I first hear of George Lois, is almost like asking, when did you first think about advertising and design? I guess the very first experience of George Lois as a person as opposed to a force would be his Esquire covers.
Yeah.
Because I think my dad had a subscription to Esquire, and the covers just mesmerized me. But I feel like George Lois has helped to create our visual culture, has helped create the visual world that we now live in, the way advertisers, art directors, designers, the currency that we use was created by George. So I can't even imagine a time in my life, in looking at our visual culture, that George wasn't somehow present.